Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm James Gamer SV. Today I'm gonna be doing a review on one of my most favorite guns ever gotten, and probably my most favorite gun I could ever get. This thing, the Ultimate Customizer Pack. This is a product from Hasbro, from Nerf, made by Hasbro, and this thing is absolutely insane. Now, honestly, I've seen better guns than the main blaster than this, but the attachments that come with the Ultimate Customizer Pack is what makes this thing totally awesome. But I'm going to take all the attachments off just so you can see the main core blaster. So, this is a Demolisher reskin with a 10-round banana mag inserted. So, starting up at the front, there is an inside barrel lug, so you can put on any barrel attachment you want. Up here we have tactical rail, and behind the tactical rail we have the access door. To access the access door, you pull it back, and you can clear out any jams or malfunctions you have with the blaster. On the other side, on the left side of the blaster is the battery tray. To open the battery tray, you unscrew the thing right here, unscrew the screw port right here, and install 4 AA batteries. Here we have another side tactical rail. These are the only 2 rails in the blaster. For something called the Ultimate Customizer Pack, there's not that many rails, but the attachments make up for it. Down here we have one 10-round banana mag inserted. Just for you guys to know, the Ultimate Customizer Pack includes 2 10-round banana mags, but obviously you can only insert one, and this is the one that's inserted. Behind here is the stock attachment point, so you can put any stock you want. And down here we have the grip. So the grip is pretty comfortable in my hand. Because it's so front heavy, my hand feels kind of uncomfortable, but in general the grip is fine. The grip is only uncomfortable because when you hold it with one hand, it kind of just gets front heavy, and with all the attachments on, it gets really heavy in the front. It just kind of droops down, so kind of uncomfortable. But here we have the trigger. Obviously, to fire the blaster, you have to hold down the rev trigger and then fire the main trigger. So that's what that sounds like. In front of the rev trigger, we have the magazine release. To release the magazine, you hit the magazine release with your middle finger, pull that, and then take the magazine out. Another way you could do it is use your thumb and hit the magazine release. Use your thumb and just pull it out. So we have 2 ways. That's pretty cool. Now, the best part of the Demolisher, because this is a Demolisher reskin, this blaster already exists. It exists in the colors orange. If you've seen this blaster in an orange color, you're not wrong, because that does exist. They just took that blaster, repainted it, and put it in this pack. But this was a standalone blaster in itself. So if you like this blaster and don't like the attachments for some reason, just look up Nerf Demolisher and you'll find an orange version of this. It's the exact same thing, nothing's changed. But definitely the coolest part of the Demolisher is the missile launcher that's up at the front. Obviously, if you cut off the missile launcher, it's pretty much just a stripe with a couple inches of additional length. But again, there is a missile launcher attached to this. You cannot remove it. It is permanently fixed on there. But if you don't want a missile launcher, just get a stripe. It's pretty much just a longer stripe. But again, to fire the missile launcher, you pull back on this gray handle. This is a pretty big gray handle, so your whole hand can fit around it. And there's no like spring, so you can just hit it out there. So to fire, it's kind of like the Mega front attachment on the Tri-Strike. Instead of like a spring, or like where there's a trigger, you pull back on the gray handle and push back on the gray handle as fast as you can, because it's like air pressured. So manual air powered. So you just pull back as hard as you can like this, and it will fire. So that's pretty simple. Again, to load the missile, you just front load right here. To load the missile, you just front load like this. Pretty simple, then you can fire again. You know, pretty simple, you just push back as hard as you can. But that's pretty much it for the Demolisher. It already exists, so it's nothing special. But the attachments is what makes this Ultimate Customizer Pack cool, because most of the attachments, not all of them, but most of the attachments included in this pack are brand new and has never been seen before. Well, to be fair, this came out in 2018 or 2017, I think. So the attachments are pretty well known, but you can't find these attachments in other blasters, and I don't think you can buy them separately from Hasbro. So these attachments are pretty cool. So first of all, we had this really cool adjustable stock. It attaches on like any other in-strike stock. So again, it is an adjustable stock, so this stock can pretty much fit anybody. If it's me, if it's another person, I know that's very tall. So this is a very cool stock, fits anybody. Let me show you how it adjusts. So here's the first adjustment point, is right here. To extend it, you just pull back. You don't need to unlock it to extend it, but to push it back in, you do need to unlock it. And to unlock it, you just, oh my god, can you stop? And to unlock it, you pull down on this orange piece, pull back, and then you push forward to unlock it. Again, to extend it, you don't have to unlock it. You can just pull. And again, this thing is pretty solid. When you hit this thing hard enough, it will collapse. But I don't think in a Nerf war you're going to be putting that much pressure into your stock. So besides that, it's pretty solid. Another extending point is up here, this cheek riser. To raise it, you hold this button, and then you hold this button, and then you raise up. So what that does is, if you have like a scope right here, and the scope is pretty elevated, you can use this cheek riser to elevate your face so you can actually look down your sight. Now again, Nerf sights don't really do anything, so it doesn't really have a purpose or a use. Most of the time I like to keep it down because I don't think my scope is ever really up here. It's mostly going to be down here. But it looks pretty cool anyways if you want to pop that out. It definitely does look cool. And of course the last extension point is this gray piece all the way in the back. To extend that, you hold down this button and you extend it like this. There are 3 adjustment points. So this is no adjustment at all. This is the first adjustment point. The second adjustment point, and the third adjustment point. So there's 3 adjustment points. So we have 1, 2, 3. So that's pretty cool. So now this is the stock in its fully extended form. It gets pretty long, and then when you want to shorten it, it gets pretty short. So this stock, again, pretty much fits anybody. In its longest form, it's a pretty decent length. And its shortest form, I think it's one of the shortest stocks. So, again, fits anybody. Super cool adjustable stock. And for more things, down here we have a sling attachment point to, like, I don't know, put a sling there. Or a lanyard. And up here we have a tactical rail. This, I don't think I've only seen 2 stocks have a rail on them. One of them was like a stock that was like a half blaster. This is super cool. A rail on your stock. What would you even put on here? I personally wouldn't put anything here, to be honest, because it kind of gets in the way. When I use the stock, whatever attachment I put there, even if it's small, like this flashlight, it kind of, like, something small like this doesn't get in the way, but, like, are you really going to put a flashlight on your stock? That just makes it even less useful than it already is. So, I don't really put anything back here because it just kind of gets in the way. Anything too small is pretty useless, and anything actually useful is too big and bulky, and it just kind of gets in the way of my arm, so I personally don't put anything up here, but it definitely looks cool. And if you want it, it's right there, and it's not like in your way. When there's nothing on it, it's not actually in your way. So that's pretty cool. Next, we have this very lengthy barrel. The barrel attaches like any other barrel attachment. And this barrel attachment comes with 3 rails. Why would you need... The barrel attachment has more rails than the blaster itself. So, the rails on the top, the side, and the bottom. They didn't put one here. I don't know why. Like, there's so much space. They definitely could have put one here. Could have. I don't know why they didn't. But, you know, too bad. Again, why would you need 4 rails in your barrel? That's like 4 rails on one barrel. Is that even a thing? I don't think that's even a thing. I think this barrel attachment is the barrel attachment with the most rails on it. So, that's pretty cool. Again, this is a new barrel attachment. New stock, never seen before. New barrel. Well, barrels are pretty common, but this is the only barrel with 3 rails, I believe. So, not much to say about it. It is a pretty long barrel, so it can negatively affect your performance because, look, the Demolisher already has, like, a built-in barrel, because when the dart is in here, so it already has, like, what, 2 inches of empty plastic right here, and with this additional barrel, this can definitely negatively affect your performance. So, I don't personally use the barrel, but it's definitely cool. So, like the Tri-Strike. The Tri-Strike, the Tri-Strike itself has like no barrel space, so adding this on will definitely make it look cool. But that is the barrel attachment. The next attachment, which is probably, I think, one of my favorite attachments, this magazine holder. This attaches to any, you could put it on a top rail, but it doesn't look quite right. So it's supposed to attach to a side rail, like the one that's included right here. And what it does is hold the magazine. Like I told you, this Ultimate Customizer Pack includes 2 10-round banana mags, so you put the second one in here. Just like that. So, when you're done with your first magazine, you take that out, and then you take this one out, and put it there. So, if you don't like carrying like magazines or ammo on your body, this is definitely a good compromise. So, let's talk more about this thing. This thing is pretty slim as a magazine holder can be, but considering that it's a big magazine holder, it's pretty slim for what it actually is. The magazine port, like you insert a magazine this way, and it looks exactly like the magazine well on the actual blaster. So they just, it looks like my evader. It kind of looks like that. They just took that off the evader, painted it white, and then attached this attachment point, and then boom, called it an attachment. And it's a really good attachment. That's a weird hole right here. It just looks cool. And to take out the magazine, if I insert a magazine here, take out a magazine, just hold this button down and just slide it out. Again, just like my evader and some other side well magazine blasters. Then to attach it, it just slides onto a rail like this. Boom! I mean, 2 magazines. What's next? Oh, right, of course. How could I forget? Next attachment is super cool and super unique. I've never seen anything even remotely close to this. Like, there is a magazine holder attachment. There are a lot of stocks. There are a lot of adjustable stocks. And there are a lot of barrels in the modular series. But nothing comes even close to this. This is completely brand new. It's like a rail additioner. You put this onto one rail and it provides 3 rails in total. Since you already had the middle rail, because if you put this on a rail, then this rail on top is technically the rail you already had, but then this attachment gives you 2 additional rails. So it's pretty much, you give 1 rail and you get 3 back in returns. That's kind of like 2 extra. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Again, I already had this rail, so it just gives me 2 extra rails. And the even cooler part about this thing, it gives you 3 extra rails, which gives you more tactics, but it's adjustable. So this is pretty much like 0 degrees, and then 45 degrees, and then 90 degrees. So it can like fold down all the way to like a side rail. Get like I don't think we've ever seen an angled rail in like Nerf before. And it can give you another flat rail. And speaking about what I just said earlier, I said why Nerf didn't put a rail here. But now if I fold this down, technically it is a little bit high, but technically there is a rail there now. So this thing, if you're like, man, I want to put more tactics on my blasters, but I don't have enough rails to put my tactics to my blaster, this thing allows you to put 3 new attachments, 3 extra attachments. Why would you need that many attachments in your blaster? I don't know, man, but I mean, they're cool, so that's definitely a really cool thing. So it attaches up here, just like that, provides 3 additional rails. That's definitely really cool. The next attachment, which isn't the final attachment, is this missile launcher holder thing. So this is a missile holder for your missile launcher up here. Again, the Demolisher shoots missiles up in this big chonky missile launcher up the front, and to hold more missiles, that's what this thing is for. So it can slide on to any rail, right here. Slide to any rail, and it's adjustable. So like I could turn it, so my missiles are facing forward, so my missiles are facing up towards me. So it is adjustable. I will get all 3 missiles to demonstrate how many missiles can hold. Okay. Well then. Sorry for wasting your time. So, if I get 3 missiles, I can place my missiles on this missile holder. Look at that. So, if I have 1 missile in here and 4 missiles here, I can have 3 missiles here. I can have 4 missiles in total on my blaster. So if you're a huge missile launcher guy, this is definitely a good attachment for you. And if your game type specifically overvalue missiles than regular normal elite darts, this is definitely a useful attachment. So again, I can pull them right off, put them in the chamber here, and fire. And this is just fun to launch. Yeah, but it is a very wobbly attachment. Most of the attachments are here wobbly. This attachment here, don't put three very heavy things on here, because then it'll become a very wobbly attachment. Because again, it's just an attachment. And don't put like a really big magazine here, like the 35 round drum. Don't put that here. It's gonna wobble a lot. It's not cool. This thing is very wobbly because it is adjustable. Like, it adjusts in various positions. And because of that, this attachment little joint right here is very wobbly. So when you're going to like pull missiles off very quickly, be careful so this attachment doesn't slide off. Just noting that to you. But I will take this attachment thing off because I prefer to have it on the left side so I can easily pull them off. Right there. So, yeah, I have my missiles on the left side so I can use my left hand, which is my indominant hand, pull the missiles off and load them here. Yeah. So now there are 2 more attachments left. Yes, I reviewed all those attachments and there are still 2 more. But these 2 are not brand new products. These 2 things already exist. So if you've seen them before somewhere, it's because they already exist. So, the first thing is this sight thing. It attaches to any rail, like right here. And what this is, again, it's like some kind of sight. So, most Nerf scopes are like just a big chunk of useless plastic on your blaster. This is actually more useful than any of the Nerf sights, because it's just like small little, like they're larger iron sights, you know? So, these don't actually help you, but if you have like waffle head darts, these could help you, because these actually do work for me. But the unnecessary thing about them is that you can flip them up to have some kind of grenade launcher type of sight system here. This does not help you at all whatsoever. It actually might make you worse. But I like this. This is cool. So this can attach right there. So I am able to look down my sights like that. One final attachment is this Nerf flashlight. Now, every single flashlight Nerf makes, it's very dim. Like, calling it a flashlight is just a joke. It's just a little laser. Not really a laser, but it's just very confined. It doesn't light up that much space. It only lights up a small portion of a room, and it's not very bright at all whatsoever. Because Nerf, I don't know why Nerf doesn't do that. I don't know, man. But it attaches to any rail, side, top, bottom. I like to put it on the side because it looks cool. It looks really cool. So I want to put it on the side so people can see how cool it looks. But I put batteries in it. I suggest you don't put batteries in it, so it's like less heavy. But I put batteries in it because my dog likes to chase little lights. Like if I turn on a flashlight, he'll chase it. So I turn this on and let him chase the flashlight. So this is cool for my dog. Yeah, but if you don't have an animal or a pet that chases flashlights or something, or lasers, then don't put batteries in it. Yeah, so that, everybody, is the ultimate customizer pack. This is what it looks like with everything on it. Again, I don't like to put anything here. Nerf advertises to put the magazine thing here, but then it just kind of gets in the way. And even when I make the stock longer, it still gets in the way. It's just uncomfortable. It doesn't feel right. So yeah, I don't like to put anything back there. But having it up front, in the middle, that's a nice place to have it. One thing, oh yeah, there is a sling or lanyard mount under here. And there are 2 sling mounts in front, right there. But just to note, this magazine holder is mostly for a left-handed user because you cannot put this attachment on the left side of your blaster. I'm right-handed, so I would like to have it on the left side so I can reload with my left hand. But it will not allow you to do that. It's only present on the right side, so left-handed users, they could easily just take out the magazine, take this out, and insert the magazine. So, what I've been doing, that was completely unnecessary. What I've been doing, I've been taking out the magazine and then placing my hand here somewhere, and then using my right hand to take out this magazine and then insert it in. Because I reload with my left hand because I'm right-handed, so doing this, like putting my hand around, it's kind of awkward. It's not cool. So, but that's that. I mean, I can't really complain. This pack already came with a bunch of cool attachments, so I can't really complain that much. $80 is kind of expensive. If you're like looking at it and you don't really like it and you just want the attachments, $80 is kind of a lot. But I wanted the Demolisher, so $80 was a steal, man. I'm gonna be honest. But guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. This blaster is completely insane. And I like it. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video. Bye!